Hello, everyone. Welcome to Celsius 233, your go-to place for fiction book summaries. Today, we will turn the pages of Water for Elephants by Sara Gruen. Water for Elephants by Sara Gruen, published in 2006, is a historical fiction novel set during the Great Depression. It follows Jacob Jankowski, a veterinary student whose life is upended after a family tragedy. With nowhere to turn, he jumps onto a moving train, unknowingly entering the world of the Benzini Brothers Circus. There, among acrobats and exotic animals, he witnesses both breathtaking beauty and unspeakable cruelty. As he falls in love with Marlena, the circus's star performer, and forms an unbreakable bond with Rosie, a remarkable elephant, Jacob must navigate a world ruled by deception, violence, and survival. Plot summary: Jacob Jankowski's life is upended in an instant. One moment, he is a bright young veterinary student at Cornell University, the son of Polish immigrants with a secure future. The next, he is orphaned, his parents killed in a car accident that leaves him not only heartbroken but destitute. Their home and his father's veterinary practice are seized by the bank, and Jacob, shattered by grief, walks away from everything he has known. He follows the railroad tracks, aimless and lost, until the roar of an approaching train calls him to action. On a reckless impulse, he jumps aboard. The train belongs to the Benzini Brothers' most spectacular show on Earth, a traveling circus struggling to compete with the grander shows of the era. Inside the rickety cars, he finds a world that is both mesmerizing and brutal. A grizzled old worker named Camel takes Jacob under his wing, helping him navigate the treacherous hierarchies of the circus. The show is ruled by Uncle Al, a ruthless and cunning ringleader who values spectacle over human lives, and August Rosenbluth, the animal trainer whose charm masks a deep well of cruelty. Jacob's education in veterinary science proves to be his salvation. With the circus desperate for an animal doctor, he secures a place among the workers, tending to the horses and exotic creatures that give the show its splendor. It is here that he meets Marlena, the circus's star performer, a dazzling equestrian whose act is the centerpiece of the show. Her talent is undeniable, as is her beauty, but she is married to August, whose mercurial moods swing from affection to brutality with little warning. The animals suffer his wrath as much as the people do, and Jacob quickly learns to tread carefully. The circus acquires a new act, Rosie, an elephant purchased in a bid to elevate the show's status. She is magnificent, massive, and, according to August, utterly useless. No matter what commands are shouted at her, she refuses to perform. August's frustration boils over into violence, and Rosie, despite her thick skin, flinches under the blows of his bullhook. Jacob watches, horrified, powerless against the abuse. He spends his nights in the animal car, speaking softly to her, offering apples and kindness where August offers pain. It is during these stolen moments that he begins to uncover Rosie's secret. She is not stubborn or untrainable. She simply does not understand English. But when Jacob speaks to her in Polish, her ears twitch, her eyes brighten, and for the first time, she obeys a command. With this revelation, Jacob and Marlena transform Rosie into the star of the show. The elephant's graceful performances bring renewed attention to the Benzini brothers, and Uncle Al basks in the newfound success. But the victories are fleeting. August, consumed by jealousy and suspicion, becomes increasingly erratic. He senses the growing connection between Jacob and Marlena, the way their eyes meet when they think no one is watching, the silent understanding that passes between them. His possessiveness turns violent, and Marlena bears the brunt of his fury. Jacob, unable to stand by any longer, begs her to leave with him. She hesitates, torn between fear and hope, but when August's rage turns physical once more, she makes her choice. She finds refuge in Jacob's arms, and they dream of a future far away from the circus. But escape is not so easy. Uncle Al is not a man to let go of his prized possessions. He threatens Jacob and Marlena, reminding them that no one leaves the circus unscathed. Desperation builds, thick as the scent of sawdust and sweat that lingers in the air. And then, in a moment of chaos, everything changes. The circus erupts into pandemonium, animals break free, the big top trembles, and the audience scatters in terror. Amid the confusion, Rosie lifts her trunk, the iron stake clutched in her grasp. August does not see it coming. The blow lands with deadly precision, and the man who had inflicted so much pain crumples beneath the weight of his own cruelty. The dust settles, and with it, the reign of Uncle Al and the Benzini brothers' most spectacular show on Earth comes to an end. The circus disbands, its performers and workers scattering to the wind. Jacob and Marlena leave together, taking Rosie with them. They find a home with another circus, one where the air is free of fear, where animals are treated with kindness, and where love is not hidden in shadows. Years pass, the world changes. Jacob grows old, his body weakened by time, his mind sharp with memories of a life lived under the bright lights of the big top. In the quiet corridors of a nursing home, he sits alone, overlooked by those who cannot fathom the wonders he has seen. But when a circus sets up at the edge of town, the echoes of his past call to him. He walks through its gates, the thrill of the sawdust under his feet as familiar as an old friend. The young ticket-taker listens as Jacob speaks of a lifetime spent among elephants and acrobats, of the love he found beneath the canvas sky. When the night draws to a close, the boy offers him a seat in the circus once more. And so Jacob Jankowski, once a runaway, once a man lost and searching, finds his way home again. This was just one story. Sara Gruen has plenty more for you to discover. Check them out in the description or on Celsius 233. Remember, while our summaries capture the essence, they can never replace the full experience of reading the book. If this summary intrigued you, consider diving into the complete story, buy the book, and immerse yourself in Sara Gruen's original work. Bye-bye, take care, have fun.